All right, good evening. Let's just do this before I allow you to go and sleep today. well, the issue of R. Kelly has been, in the news for quite some time. This man has been going through a lot for about 2 decades now, and I won't be able to play some of the songs here because I wanted to do a similar video and I was slammed with copyright issue. So I won't be able to play, but you are familiar with songs like "The Storm Is Over" and so on and so forth. This was the same guy who did that. I mean, those songs. Very wonderful young man at that time. Very, vibrant, beautiful sound, beautiful voice, and so on and so forth. But then issues began to come up just to crash him, and one is wondering the way forward now. Now that a judgment that is likely to end R. Kelly's, the remaining part of his life. Now that he has been found guilty of all the 9 charges brought against him, and all bordering against about around relationships and sex and all of that. I'm personally pained, but then I want us to talk about him and see how we can join our voices together and see trusting God to save him. R. Kelly is now 54 years old, and he's been in this whole saga for about 20 years now, from one count to the other, one issue to the other. Well, on the 28th of this of last month, he tweeted saying, "To all my fans and supporters, I love you all and thank you for all the support. Today's verdict was disappointing and I will continue to prove my innocence and fight for my freedom. Hashtag not guilty." I also believe in that. But one of the things, one lesson that we all must learn from this whole saga of R. Kelly is that not everybody loves your rising. Not everybody. But then we should look at it from this perspective. The perspective of having let me put it this way. The devil is the principal enemy. The devil is the principal enemy that every one of us have. And so most of the time, most of the time he uses, human beings. And it's been said that Jesus Christ said, "Your enemies shall be people of your own house." So they will be close associates, people you least expected, people you trusted most, people you depended on. There are people that will disappoint you. There are people who will let you down. And when you check the counts, charges leveled against R. Kelly, you will notice that these were just some of which were relationships, which at that time were being enjoyed by both parties. But then just because he has been shot into limelight and becoming a star, everybody wanted to have a bit of, whatever, he had. And sincerely speaking, it has become more of an issue for him now than just fighting him, because his record label, he's been dropped by his record label. The tour that he was supposed to do has been cancelled. Some people even came up to go around to bring down all his music and all of that. Quite a lot happening to R. Kelly just about this time, ranging from the history. Let's talk about the history of the whole problem, the history of the whole allegation levied against him. For more than 2 decades, R&B singer R. Kelly had faced allegations of sexual abuse. The account went back to start of his career in the 90s, with many centering on the predatory pursuit of teenage girls. He has now been found guilty of 8 counts of sex trafficking and 1 of racketeering in the New York court, and will be sentenced in May. And as it is, he's likely to spend the rest of his life in jail. Kelly is separately facing trial in Chicago on child sex, image, and obstructing charges. He is also due to face sex abuse charges in Illinois and Minnesota. And Kelly was himself the victim of child sex abuse, and detailed in his autobiography how he was raped by a female family member when he was 8 years old. We talk about a brief history. I'll just touch on them because of our time so that we do not just take too much time. In 1994, the star then, when he was 27 in 1994, wedded 15-year-old singer Aaliyah, the late Aaliyah, at a secret ceremony in Chicago. But of course, it was said that she lied, that she was 18 at that time when she was getting married, so that at least they could get a wedding certificate. But then they've been silent about the whole thing. You know, Aaliyah died in a plane crash later. In 1996, he was sued for emotional distress. Tiffany Hawkins sued R. Kelly for the personal injury and emotional distress she suffered during a 3-year relationship with the star. A 3-year relationship. That's why we just all need to be very careful jumping from one relationship to the other. We all just need to be very, very careful. Whether you're a guy or a woman, just be very careful. In 2001, he was sued by intern Tracy Sampson. Sampson sued R. Kelly, accusing him of inducing her into an indecent sexual relationship when she was 17. In April 2002, 2 more count cases was added. Kelly is sued by Patrick Jones, a Chicago woman who claimed he impregnated her when she was underage and that she was forced to have an abortion. How do you prove these things? How do you prove these allegations? But then when you have this one coming with this one and then this one, and they are all similar, it becomes very difficult to prove them wrong. In June 2002, the same 2002, charges over child abuse video, the star is charged with 21 counts of making child sexual abuse videos involving various sexual acts. Chicago police accused him of taping the acts and enticing a minor to participate in them. 2002-2004 arrest prompt further charges. Kelly was charged with a further 12 counts of producing child sexual abuse image in Florida, where he was arrested at his holiday home. In 2017, allegations of a cult, a long and detailed BuzzFeed report accused R. Kelly of trapping 6 women in a sex cult. In 2017 to 2018, victims approached the press. That's the victims of the sex cults. And then also staff departure in 2018. They approach a new court case. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Staff departure in 2018, and they approached a new court, to bring about. And at this point, they left him alone. Record labels severed ties with the singer. They also targeted concert promoters, ticket sellers, and streaming services to demote R. Kelly's songs from their playlist. A lot was being done to bring down the guy. I don't know what he did. I don't know. But I do not want to sound religious. Let me not sound religious here. But then, if we are to follow the history, in 2019, let me just round up with that. 2019, new documentary leads to other charges that were brought, against the singer. Sex trafficking in July 2019. Sex trafficking charge came, around August 2019. Bail was denied. The start in March 2020. Trial was delayed. August 2020. Witness tampering. In the same 2020, between August and September, there was an assault on him in prison. And in June 2021, his legal team was replaced. They withdrew from his case. He needed somebody, someone else. And in August 2021, Aaliyah's relationship was confirmed, with him. And then trial and verdict guilty in August, September, and of course that brought about the tweets that he made on the 28th of September. Well, this is just it is a warning sign for us all. We all just need to be careful. Where you thought you will not get to in life, you will surpass those places. And if you say you are a nobody, and that's the reason why you want to behave anyhow, what if you now become somebody? How will you cleanse your tracks? And this is another thing. I stand to be corrected, and you might not like this. This guy used to be a chorister before he became a choir leader, and then, led, so to speak, to do his own thing. I want to believe this is similar to the experience of Samson. Experience of Samson. I won't say more than that. But wisdom is profitable to direct. Share your opinions on R. Kelly. What next? What's going to be next for this man? He's now 54 years old. He's been in this issue for quite some time. He's now 54 years old. What next? What do you think he should do next? What do you think is in line for him? What do you think would happen? Yes, except there is a miracle now. It's not likely to get out of this. But, what's the lesson? Share this video with others. And of course, please do everything possible within your power to share the video. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.